Hey everybody, really excited to jump into the Justuno Shopify Masterclass and see how to get the most out of the holidays. So today we're going to be talking about SMS and how you can turn this up and coming channel into one of the biggest and most successful for your brand. Let's get started right with the big value and who I am. So my name is Jeremy Horowitz. I've been working in e-com my entire career. Started doing SMS marketing back in 2017 and helped brands do over $10 million in SMS sales across a different wide variety of size of businesses and verticals. And here are the tried and true tactics that will make you the most successful this holiday season. The first thing is build your SMS list, especially now, as much as you can going into your big BFCM promo. So 3 really simple tips that you can do today. Use Justuno to create what we call the 2-for-1 pop-up. So you probably have a pop-up somewhere on your site. It's capturing email and you're presenting some great offer, whether it be a giveaway, free product, digital products, or a discount. On the second screen of that pop-up, after you've collected their email, confirm that you've collected their email with something saying like, thank you, and then present a second offer. So this is really simple. It can be, let's say that you offer 10% for their email on the first screen of the pop-up. The second screen will say, hey, here's 15% if you give us your phone number. A couple reasons why this is really effective. One, it's an automated way to build your SMS list and just really draft off of email. The second is because it's a little bit of an unlocking a gift and an additional mystery by them giving you their email and then they give you their SMS. They feel like they've unlocked something that they deserve, that special offer. And the fact that they've given you both their email and their SMS is a really good indication that they have a high intent to buy. So you really want to focus and nurture those customers to make sure it's a first-time purchase. The second thing that we highly recommend is what we call cross-pollination. So you have email subscribers in your email database, you have social media followers, you may be in private groups and other channels. Use the holiday season to drive as many of those people into SMS as possible. So a great way to do this is either offering early access, exclusive sales, some sort of unique piece that someone can get if they subscribe to your SMS list. So what we typically do is a week to 2 weeks out, before someone has a major event, whether it's a product launch or a major promotion like BFCM, send a full email to all of your engaged subscribers, post on social, have swipe up from your Instagram stories, post in your community, whatever that great offer is. Maybe it's early access to the sale or that new exclusive product that they can get first peek at in SMS, and just drive everybody to subscribe all at the same time. What this is going to do is it's going to actually drive up engagement in that original channel, whether it be email, social, or a group. And we'll also collect all those people in SMS. And for anybody who's concerned that they may be cannibalizing one list versus the other, from all the research and testing we've done, we found the opposite to happen. Is actually when they subscribe and engage in multiple lists, it actually drives the engagement back in that original channel. And then the third piece to really focus on is connect your ESP with your SMS platform. So if you use tools commonly used like Postscript and Klaviyo or any of the SMS providers, what you can do is you can actually integrate the tools so that you can pull in your email segments into your SMS tool. So there's no, I need to rebuild the segment here and figure it out there. You can use a tool to capture someone's contact information and drive it to whichever tools you're using, and then sync the two together so that you're coordinated and that your messaging is in tandem across all of your different channels. So the next big piece that you really want to focus on once you have all that contact information is driving to purchase. So the same money makers that you have in email will be really successful in SMS. If you don't have a welcome series and an abandoned cart flow set up in SMS, do that now. Like literally stop this video, go into whatever SMS tool you're going to use and go set up a 2-step welcome flow and a 2-step abandoned cart flow. For the welcome flow, it should be somewhat of a reiteration of why they signed up for the list. If there was that exclusive offer, follow that up. Make it a personal message. This looks like they're being texted this by someone that they know. So really focus on either telling like, hi, I'm Jeremy, the founder of this t-shirt company, or make it from someone else on the team, but make it personal. Make it seem like it's coming from, there has some personality behind the brand so that they read it, they engage with it. You'll be surprised by how many people will go to the site from this message. The second one, we call this the value stack, and you actually have an A/B option of how you want to handle this. So the first case, if you don't have a big customer success team or they don't have a lot of bandwidth, is that you put the value stack. So if you have great free shipping offers, great return policies, buy now, pay later programs, basically any of what we call your secondary value propositions, not the core reason why someone's going to buy your product, but all of those other reasons to help those fence sitters just get off the fence. This is a great message to do that, and then push them to either your reviews if you have a lot of UGC and social proof, or any third-party validation, or even your best sellers, just things that will convince someone who's never bought from you before to get comfortable with your brand. The B option on the welcome flow, if you do have the customer support bandwidth, is sending a message from the customer support team that makes it sound that's like a, hey, is there anything I can help you with? Do you have any questions? If you have a tool like a Gorgeous where you can sync that SMS platform to your help desk, this is a really powerful shift where you're actually taking what has typically been a support related role and turn it into a sales related role. So with two-way SMS, what you can actually do is have your CS team, your CX team live in their help desk tool that they're used to, but then route the messages back through the SMS tool so that it seems like someone's directly texting with the brand. This is incredibly powerful. And also with the speed of SMS, the average SMS message is opened in under 3 minutes, and about 90% of all messages are opened within that 3 minutes. So if you think about the speed to that, it's way faster than you emailing a customer expecting to wait 24 to 48 hours before hearing back. You could be having that conversation in minutes and drive them to a purchase. And really, you want to think about that from a conversion rate optimization perspective of you capture someone's phone message, you prompt them to reach out to you, and then your CS team can quickly help them either answer questions, direct them to where they need to go, and drive that to a conversion. So jumping down to later in the funnel, your abandoned cart flow, simple two-step offering as well. We found a lot of success in that very similar style message. So if you don't use that, hey, how can I help you in the welcome series, definitely use it in your abandoned cart if you have the CS bandwidth. It's shocking how many people will just forget and need a little quick reminder to come back, or they do have one really simple question that you can just guide them to and they complete their purchase. If you don't have the CS bandwidth, a really easy message is just to summarize their situation. So, hey, you left the product in the cart, we saved it for you, and then a very typical offer right here. Make the offer really succinct and really clear, and also just make it very easy to get back to the site. This will have a really big impact on recovering carts. It's surprising how many people just leave their cart and forget to come back. The second message here is if you don't have an offer in that first message, this is the time to present it. So truly save your promo and your offer for here, slide it in, make it just really simple for them to take action on it and convert the customer. So now that we talked about all of your acquisition funnel, how you can support all of your paid media and get people to buy, let's talk about how you can leverage all the data that you're collecting to now really make the most of the holidays. So if you're collecting all that contact information and SMS from your other channels, assuming that you have customer data on them, you'll pull that into your SMS provider as soon as you have that phone number. And so things you can do that are really impactful here are target all of your engaged email subscribers in SMS, target all of your recent purchasers that have just made a purchase from your site in SMS, and then create a segment of everybody who has bought during the last holiday period. So essentially October to December, the holiday before, but hasn't come back to buy since. For whatever reason, just the natural cyclicality of consumers, they'll only buy during certain windows. And especially if your product has a very gifting opportunity or even a self-gifting opportunity, because let's be honest, the Treat Yourself movement is real. This is the opportunity to leverage that data. And SMS is a high impact channel. You're going to get 90 to 99% open rates. People are going to see these messages. So this is a great way to pull someone in. The second piece that I would really focus on are what are called your high value customers. So there are many ways to calculate this based on RFM and based on historical purchasing behavior. But take your customers that have spent a lot of money from your brand historically and send them an SMS message. Don't inundate them. Don't send them 15 messages throughout this period, but really take those top customers and make sure that they are on all of your most important messages, right? What are your tier one messages? If someone was only going to see 1 to 2 things, maybe 3 things from you throughout the entire holiday period, what would you want them to see? And make sure that those HVCs, those high value customers, get those messages. The beauty of it from here is that once you figure out that messaging and once you know how to identify those customers, you can then go and automate that so that anytime that there's a big message, anytime that there's a big event, you can have that segment automatically updated. So you're always making sure that all of your important events and information are in front of them. The second piece is that you can also create automations where anytime that somebody joins, anytime that somebody hits a certain milestone, they get a drip of SMS messages to further nurture them and to further extend that relationship. Because keeping those customers in love with you and in the channels that they want to hear from you is super important. So the next thing I'm going to talk about, and let's be honest, it's just going to happen, especially with all of the fulfillment and supply chain issues that we're facing right now, is make sure that you have back in stock notifications enabled. And this should be across both email and SMS. On site, you should really think through just from where your two programs have developed, which is going to be a bigger bang for your buck. But anytime the product goes out of stock, make sure that you're capturing that contact info in either channel and then having that automation that as soon as that product is back in stock, that message is delivered. It's depending on how popular the item is and how big of a stock out it is, it could be another sales event in and of itself. So don't think about, okay, we missed them during Black Friday and this product was sold out, all is lost. Make sure that those are enabled ahead of time so that you have that data. You know how big of a priority it is to restock on all of the items that you stock out of during the whole period. But then you have that initial marketing message that as soon as it's back in stock and as soon as Shopify registers it, you're sending that message out and getting those sales. For our more advanced tactics, one thing that I really want to cover and just focus on is SKU level segmentation. And this is where this can get really powerful, especially in SMS. So if you have your hero product, what everybody is typically buying and where the majority of your sales are, do a quick analysis before the holidays to figure out what your average gross margin is on that before we head into the holiday period, and just figure out where that is as far as when you're going to start discounting things. What you can do is find a popular product, or not as popular product, but a product that would pair really well with that popular product, and figure out how to include create some sort of offer, some sort of reason or excuse to message customers to buy those two things together. And so this is how it will work, right? Customer comes to buy your hero product, which I'm wearing a red t-shirt today. So let's just say that I'm a very popular apparel brand. Right. So my core product, everybody's buying red t-shirts. I sell a lot of red t-shirts, but maybe not at a high margin. For every customer that only buys a red t-shirt that comes from the store, you can create an automation in your SMS platform to immediately post-purchase sell them an upsell or a cross-sell. So let's say that I sell t-shirts and baseball caps. My baseball caps have an incredible margin. What you're going to want to do is as soon as that person places the purchase, have like a 30-minute delay. And then for everybody who bought t-shirt but didn't buy hat, send them an SMS message offering them an incredible no-brainer offer. Like they have to be either insane or didn't read it to take you up on this. And then basically the message is really simple. Hey, we really thank you for buying our t-shirts. We know you love them. And because you filter by product, you already know that. We want to, as a special offer, if you add this hat at a 20%, 30%, 40% discount, whatever the math makes sense for your brand, in the next hour and a half, we'll ship this out with your order. What you do is you take that link from the SMS message, route them back to the site where they're on a landing page where they can only buy that one product. They add it to their cart. They'll technically place a second order, but if you think about it holistically, they're still going to buy two things at once. What you really want to think through in that offer when you make, however, the discount percentage or whatever the offer you want to make on that cross-sell after purchasing the SMS message, just make sure that if you need to, you can eat the second shipping cost so that total value, you're still very profitable on that upsell. It's a high margin item that it doesn't even have to be expensive. It's just going to provide a lot of value. They buy it. They don't have to pay for shipping a second time. Even if you have to double ship the order, it'll still add a lot of profit and increase your AOV, which will then give you the bandwidth to go spend more in CAC and give you additional resources to either be more profitable this holiday season or invest in new areas. The last tactic that I want to impress upon everybody, and if you watch this long, I appreciate your time, and this one's for you, is create a second special promotion solely for people who bought during the holiday purchase, right? Classic tried and true tactic is create a segment of everybody who purchased during the holiday, exclude them from further promotions. While you're excluding them from the general mass marketing that you're going to do across the site, create an automation that on a specific time delay that works for your business, offer them a second offer specifically because they bought during the time window, right? We want to thank you for being a holiday shopper. Purchasing this time means so much to us that we're going to make you this special offer. it's going to be way cheaper to spend a couple cents to get them back on an SMS cost, and you're going to get additional profit and additional purchase out of them. The buyer's high is real. Don't forget that people need to buy presents for a lot of people during this holiday period. And also, 52% of people are probably going to end up buying gifts for themselves based on some research that we previously did with Loyalty Line. So really think about that and leverage that up in your marketing so that we acquire a ton of customers through our great top of funnel offers. But then for everybody who does buy, how can we get them to keep coming back to buy again and again and again? And SMS is a really easy way. It's a one message, shoot it out. People are going to read it. If the offer is there, if the messaging is there, they will engage. And then you bring them back to have the most profitable season ever. So we're going to see record highs across the board. We're really excited, and we can't wait to see how successful you'll be.